Oh, sweet. You are subscribed. You do love me. Oh, you are a good sis. I'll put music over it. It works. What do you want? Shout out to Elijah Rising and Elizabeth for having me DJ. It was a great time. Now it's time to get something to eat. And I need to find Elizabeth once more. We should go sneaker shopping. We should do like a complex.
Complex!
That should be like a video.
You wanna go right now? Are you guys? But I'm serious. Something about Angelo. He's super dope. The most. And if you ever need anything.
We're gonna edit that out, don't
No,
worry.
you're not.
Yeah.
The burger place was shady.
Yeah, the burger place was big shady. It's a shade tree. How about let's just get like velvet tacos or something. It can't be far.
Wait, is
It's
that
gotta
where
be
we
around
ate
here.
in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look, there's gotta be one close.
Where do I have the service? Do you have service?
I'm on Wi-Fi. Yeah. All right, we about to dip. We about to get tacos.
Oh, look at this ridiculousness. Oh my goodness. It's not Taco Tuesday, but it feels like it.
What is up, y'all? It's been a pretty productive day. Went to the Heights, went to Montrose area, just hung out a little bit. Yeah, DJ'd at Elijah Rising store. So Elijah Rising, they help with sex trafficking, and they're partnered with Uplifted Movement, which is a nonprofit, and they help various communities in the Houston area, right? So really cool people, love to be a part of that and helping their movement. And they just let me come and DJ for the day in their store while, you know, people were shopping, and it was a really good time. So I'll leave a link to some of their products and their website, and y'all can just check them out. You can follow them on social media if you want. It's really cool people. Anyways, today I think I'm gonna do my top 5 albums of 2020. So I don't know if you're ready for it, but let's get into it. It's kind of going off the cuff. I already know it in my head, but like I don't have any notes written down or anything for it. Number 5, I have. Alright, number 5, I have Vori by Vori. This album literally just came out, and I've been playing it nonstop. This is just one of them vibes. Every record is up to standard of, you know, like there's not any real skippable tracks on it. All the features are good. All the production is good. Melodies are good. Then the rapping is really good as well. So that's number 5. Number 4, I have Wanna by Gunna. Came out at the top of the year, like right around quarantine, and it was literally the only thing that I've been listening to, that I listened to like during that stretch. I listened to that in the weekend a little bit, but Gunna, number 4, my favorite song of the year was Do Better. Great song. All the production was great. Weezy out here, he did a phenomenal job on the production for that album. So Gunna at number 4. Number 3, this one is tough. I don't know if I want to switch one. So I'm gonna put number 3, Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa. Another one that was top of the year. Phenomenal album. If you love pop music, then you already know that Dua Lipa has all the bangers. Like, she doesn't make a bad song. It's kind of tapping into the 80s vibe that pop artists are going into now. Like, The Weeknd started it with Blinding Lights, but she just sounds so good. And the songwriting is great, the production is great. Number 2, I have Tickets to My Downfall, Machine Gun Kelly. I've been listening to this album since it came out. Every song is great. I think there's a few that I really don't care for, but those songs are just a little bit harder for my taste. Like it's a little bit too much grunge, but I love the punk, like the punk pop trap transitions that each song incorporates. All the features are good. The artwork is cool. I like how he went back to, like, it's so Machine Gun Kelly, that album. He's the one to make that album, you know. I know like some of the younger kids, like even some of the features that he had, like Ian Dior, Blackberry, he can't really do punk. He just leans way more pop, but he's featured on it as well. But Machine Gun Kelly was the perfect artist to make this album, in my opinion. Great album, Tickets to My Downfall. Number 1, I have Ty Dolla $ign, featuring Ty Dolla $ign by Ty Dolla $ign. It's pretty self-explanatory, man. He does it all. It's like rapping, melodic, it's R&B. He has every genre in his arsenal because he's such a talented artist, and I don't think people understand. He's not just the artist, he's a musician. So he plays instruments. He writes songs for other people and his own, and there's a reason it's called featuring Ty Dolla $ign. I think it's a great album name. I love the artwork. It's Ty Dolla. He doesn't miss. It's another classic piece in my opinion. Yeah. So those are my top 5. That was 5, right? I think that's 5. Vori, Gunna, Dua Lipa, Machine Gun Kelly, Ty Dolla. Top 5 artists I wish dropped this year, and I was really anticipating for them to drop. I had number 1, and this is in no particular order, but number 1, I was expecting Sway Lee to drop this year. I thought he was gonna drop. He didn't drop. The singles were cool, but he's only dropped like 3 singles, I think. I wish he dropped. Number 2, I wish Kendrick dropped. We didn't get any type of signs that he was going to drop. Like, nobody said nothing. I thought that he would just, like, you know, kind of do the Kendrick thing and like drop a single and people would go crazy and the album would come out like he usually does. But we didn't get that. And it doesn't look like he's gonna give us anything in 2020. But it would have been a great year for him to drop. Number 3, I didn't expect Drake to drop this year, but I kind of wish he did. He had those 2 big singles. Actually a couple, but like a couple were with DJ Khaled, but then he had the Tootsie Slide, and I think there's another one, I just can't think of it right now. But if Drake dropped this year, but 2021 is looking up, because that's, you know, those are the heavy hitters that we're talking about. So I would expect Kendrick to drop next year. I would expect Drake to drop next year. Sway Lee's kind of got to drop next year just because he's been talking about it for so long. So those 3. Let me see who else. Bruno. Hopefully Bruno drops next year. I want Bruno Mars to drop next year because I've recently been listening to 24 Karat Magic, and it's a phenomenal album, man. It's like one of the best. He's so talented, dude. He can do it all. He's such a performer. But it makes sense, right? Like, if he didn't drop an album, if he dropped one this year, he'd have to go on tour, and who knows what tour situations are looking like. So I wish he dropped this year, but I'm kind of glad he didn't, because I think it just there were already some heavy hitters that he would have had to compete with. Not that it's like any type of competition, because Bruno's gonna do numbers, but he would be doing numbers against a Dua Lipa or The Weeknd, or, you know, along those lines. So I'd expect him to drop next year. I wish he dropped this year, but it's cool. Yeah, everybody else can kind of like come and go if they please, or they already dropped. I heard we're getting Playboy next year. I would have liked to heard a Playboy Cardi this year, but I mean, if we get it next year, that's fine. J. Cole could possibly drop next year. Yeah, so that's all I got, just those. So I don't know if everybody already dropped, or I'm just not really looking forward to anybody in particular aside from those couple artists that I mentioned. But alright, bet. This is a wrap for this episode. I'll see you on the next one. Hey, Val.
I love
Hey, Val.